Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Motivational Check-In. I'm your host RJ, together with my co-host KR. KR, what's up, man?
What's up, everyone? I hope you're doing well.
Yes, before we proceed, guys, remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Comment below as well on the topic we're going to discuss today. It's going to be a very interesting clip about Keith Lee, the food, would you call him a food reviewer? There's
Yeah,
a
I would call him a food reviewer, a revivalist of companies, revivalist
revival,
of restaurants.
yeah.
Uh,
Saviors of
same-
restaurants. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
well, let's
Yeah,
not.
well, if you, yeah, he's known for, well, he's there are a couple of occasions where he basically saved a restaurant that was good but just didn't have the reputation or popularity. But for those of you,
Social media personality, first of all.
yeah, social media personality, I think he's more on Instagram
TikTok,
and perhaps TikTok as well.
TikTok. I think it's more TikTok than Instagram.
Okay, I don't have TikTok. Well, I do, but
You don't dance. No,
I
you don't dance. You don't try to get the views up with the dance.
okay. So with in today's motivational check-in edition, we're gonna talk about Keith Lee, as already mentioned. For those of you who don't know who Keith Lee is, Keith Lee has a channel on both or an account slash channel on especially Instagram and um, TikTok, as Kara already mentioned, where
Yeah, it's also a YouTube, right?
he has a YouTube channel.
Mm.
Let it develop. Let it
Oh,
develop.
sorry, I'm bad.
Let it
My bad.
develop.
I don't know, guys. This is we are. It's not scripted, so
Yeah. So, but uh, so what we do in so he reviews food. We call him a savior, and then some people an angel to some companies because he basically goes to mom and pop stores to or small stores to test out food and then reviews them. Um, and he's been gaining a lot of popularity. I think he even had a collaboration with Mr. Beast, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
And if you and he was approached by Mr. Beast. So if Mr. Beast approaches you, that means that you are making it. But he's still not.
Doing something.
You're doing something. Yeah. That's why I said making it, and I didn't use the word make it. He made it because he's still growing and very fast, I might add. But oh yeah, and he has a channel on YouTube, as AR said. But on YouTube, the channel is with the family, so it's called the family, and with double E at the end instead of Y. The family, and that's where he reviews food there as well, but he also gives longer content. Just an inside look on his life, and he has a video called "Where It All Started," the house tour. So maybe interesting to look at that as well, just to see his story. But I think this is a very inspiring person, a very um, inspirational person as well. And we're going to talk about a short clip. We're going to discuss a short clip of him on his own Instagram channel. As you guys know, here on the Motivational Check-In, what we do is we pick interesting videos that we find inspirational, and we discuss them, whether we agree, whether we don't agree, and just share our thoughts. And we're curious to know your thoughts as well. But in today's show, thus we will check the Instagram post. I'm gonna play it. It's a short clip. So we're gonna just go through it in one take, and then give our thoughts and comments about it. And last but not least, we have a playlist with other inspirational in which we review other inspirational videos. So if you like the content, go check the playlist out. It's called Motivational Check-In. Now to the playlist, to the video.
Those 3 years when I said that I got serious about my marriage and I got serious and I was taken care of and I was devoted to her, I was broke. I was waking up every morning knowing I was gonna be somebody. Didn't know how I was gonna get there, but I knew it. So I was waking up every morning with that same arrogance, that same confidence, that same like swagger about myself. I was walking into H&M with no money in my pocket, like I ain't gonna be here for long.
Come on.
I was on Postmates, like I'm looking at these houses, like I'll be in one of these in a minute.
Bro.
I'll see y'all in a second. I had no idea. Had no idea. But it's that faith, that belief. Just waking up every morning and doing the same thing every day. That's the grind.
Man, bro.
Kevin Hart said it the best. That's the grind.
That's
Waking up every morning, not knowing where you going tomorrow, not knowing that the same thing is gonna happen the next day and the next day. That's the hustle.
So Keith,
That's
we
the
know
hustle.
where you came from.
Yes,
Where are you going?
where God wants me to.
Come
Where He want me
on.
to be. Where
Come
He want me to be.
on.
Yeah, where He want me to be.
Yay!
I
That's
won't even
not
put
your
no
answer.
expectations on it because I didn't expect to be here.
Yes, yes. He even got a very strong reaction by one of the co-hosts. By the way, that was a clip on the Cav on Stage Studios YouTube channel. So you might want to go check out Cav on Stage as well. But it's a very interesting clip, and it's something we've talked about in the past. Well, we didn't touch. We touched on the touch upon it in the past a bit, but KR, when we're talking about an overnight success, because that's what people are calling him, an overnight success. From he grew instantly. So it's when you hear the term overnight success, it's like, hey, I wake up, start on Instagram, review food, and then boom, or TikTok in this case, and then boom, I pop. But he's talking about the work, the grind, working 3 years without without having any proof that he will make it, but yet knowing deep in his heart that he would make it. Would you say that that is common for the majority of people? That they have that belief, that mindset?
Which mindset? Of?
Working without having proof without having any guarantee that they will, let's say, blow up or make it, but yet they keep working, they keep grinding.
Yeah, well, that only happens if you have a plan. So if you have a goal in sight, that's something people with a goal in sight always um try to work towards something, and that helps to push you through the drought. Because if you don't have the goal in sight, or you don't have you're gonna give up, because the walk through the desert to get to an oasis. Oh, I'm gonna get deep right here. The walk
Preach.
through the desert to get to an oasis is a lonely road with a lot of thirst. Sometimes you want to give up before you reach it, and you turn the corner and there is the oasis, but you give up, and you gotta always go through the motions and also push through adversity.
You mentioned the importance of having a goal. Would you
Mhm.
say that the majority of people have a goal in their mind with regards to where they want to become, where they want to be in
I
life?
don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about other people, but um, sometimes some people have different philosophy in life, and the goal thing is depends on your philosophy. That might be something people have those. and some people don't. They live. It's because of their philosophy, their life, how they want to live their life. They just live day to day. And if you live day to day, there's also, of course, different ways to different philosophy to that. If you live towards a goal, that's a totally different philosophy. So everyone has their own way of their own philosophy in life. And sometimes it works out for people who live day to day. Sometimes it works out for people who live towards a goal. I mean, it's not always going to work out for people that have a goal inside. You don't hear those stories. You only hear of those that make it.
Yeah. Well, I agree with that. So I would say everyone has goals, but well, a majority of people they have goals, but majority of people have short-term goals, and short-term goals are easier to reach, oftentimes. But short-term goals are oftentimes less impactful. Long-term goals are harder to reach, but maybe you appreciate it more or it has more meaning to you because of because the sacrifices you were supposed to make. But I do believe that a lot of people nowadays they want the instant gratification.
Well, that is true.
I don't know a lot of people who work 3 years, as Keith Lee mentioned, just 3 years, dedicating himself to his wife and his craft,
He was
just
an
working.
MMA fighter, right? Before this.
Yes, he was an MMA fighter. There's even some videos of him fighting, throwing some flying knee, flying knee to the chin. Oh,
Well,
to-
there also, yeah, there were some videos of him losing and winning, and also the adversity he went through.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah. So, but what I want to say is that when you see him on socials, he seems like a very chill guy, relaxed guy, but he can fight though.
Most, I would say, a lot of people who are in martial arts are pretty chill dudes. Some of them are as well. You have those. Not saying Nate Diaz is one of them, but that's the first thing that comes to mind. Guys, we have a show about Nate Diaz. Go check that out.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, I think he is a very chill guy.
yeah. What the martial arts, but KR, that's with sports, I believe. Uh,
Also,
I think that sports you learn discipline. You
not
learn
all
the
of them, but
well, you should. I mean, think about it. You start a sport, you're not any good, and people will tell you that. Well, let it be known that you're not any good. I used to play basketball. I'm 5'10". People always tested me. Taller people always tested me. So then makes you know, okay, they have the height advantage. I would still steal the ball, but not all the time. But let's say if you're playing basketball and you see that they keep feeding the guy you're defending the ball every single time, that's because they think that you're not a good defender, right? You win games, you lose games, but you learn at the end of the game that hey, it doesn't matter whether you win or well, it does matter whether you win or lose, but you can decide how you react. And I believe sports makes you bounce back. Uh, but MMA,
it is
I've only been practicing martial arts for the last 4 years, but I would say I see the benefit, and that's jujitsu. I see the benefits in letting your kids start with martial arts from a young age. Sports in general, but martial arts too, because you learn self control. But to me, the most important it's not to me. The discipline is what stands out the most, and what Keith Lee is saying.
I,
Because
I do
discipline,
agree with
KR,
you.
you don't get discipline. Very few people are disciplined by nature.
By nature,
Oftentimes,
that is true. That is
oftentimes, they need to get drilled in you. And as a kid, well, it can be drilled by your parents as well. But like true discipline, I believe.
Either you learn it from your parents or you learn it at the academy. I'm talking about uh, um, being a cadet and all that stuff, then going to
Military.
military, or you learn it in jail. Well, some of them don't even learn in jail, but the,
Guys, KR is joking, man.
no, but discipline. So I do. So I do agree with you that discipline is that sports help with discipline, but that's not always the case. Natural gifted people tend to be less disciplined in sports because they can get by with talent.
But
And and if you have the talent, you can get by without being so the kid. So this is why a lot of times this is the funny thing about sports. The most talented kids don't always make it to the top because of lack of discipline, because they think they can get by always with their talent. And the kids with less discipline sorry, with less talent learn to be disciplined, and they a lot of times get to the
yeah,
top level. If you
Me-
have both, game over.
yeah,
It's game over. But if
yeah.
you
But
have,
let
yeah,
yeah continue. Finish your thought.
if you have slight, so if your talent level is at 60% and your discipline is at 100%, you can make it in the pros or whatever. You can go far with sports.
Yeah,
If it's the other way around, so your talent level is at 90 and your discipline is at 10%, you might fall when it gets tough. You might you might drop off, or when you get it to the pros, you may not be able to adjust to what is required to perform every day or every week.
yeah. Well, I agree with that. So I would say talent, discipline trumps no, not naturally, but I'd rather have a disciplined person than a talented person in general. If we're just if we're just comparing the two,
Mhm.
of course, the disciplined person has certain talents, and the talented person has
Yeah.
a minimum level of discipline that discipline you would hope. But in Keith Lee's story, he talks about the discipline, which translates in consistency,
Yeah.
and consistency is something that
Operational in business they call it operational discipline. Basically, doing the same
yeah, okay,
doing the same thing over and over again, not deviating too much from the standard you put.
yeah. And how do you get there? You need to have the end in mind. Where do you want to be? And
And the
then
discipline.
you figure out, then you ask yourself, what do you need to do to get there?
Yeah.
And then you just keep doing that over and over. If you wanna lose weight, where do you want to be? Okay, you're perhaps at 200 pounds. You want to reach 120 pounds for your height. Maybe that's the right level, right weight for you to be. What do you need to be? What do you need to do? Eat healthy, eat less than you burn, and just keep it up. Cut sugar, cut carbs, whatever, or lower it, and you
Cut
will
your,
in
you know.
you will inevitably get there. Some people got fat out, but that's something else. That's the easy way out, though it is more expensive. But same thing goes, and
Also with also risks.
yeah,
It's
and that's why.
discipline.
What did you say?
It's discipline.
It's
It,
discipline.
it takes risk. So if you want to avoid risky procedures, you have to be able to be disciplined about the things you do.
Yeah, and sometimes KR, the people you love the most, the people you care for the most, are those very same people that are standing between you and your goals. Because, for example, you're Your last appointment is very important. Who your partner is very important. Your friends very important. Because if they are telling you, if you're saying, "Oh, I need to wake up early because I need to work," and they tell you why, sleep in, relax. You don't need to work every day. And this is something I've experienced, KR. Those very same people will tell you, "I'm broke. I don't have money. I wish I could get a million." I mean, if you can't get with the program, then get off the train because I'm doing my thing, and that requires, that's not discipline, but that's like hard decision, letting someone go, not hating that person for being the way they are, but with love, respectfully, you say you need to determine for yourself, okay, um, maybe this is not the right people to be in my life at this particular to have in my circle at this particular point in my life, because the person doesn't uh, see where I'm going or doesn't care where I'm going, and that's okay. And that doesn't mean that it's a bad person, but it's not the right person for me to have in my circle at this particular point in time. Any
They always,
last
they
what?
always say you are the average of the people you spend time with, right?
Yeah,
So spend time with,
nobody. With that being said, I'm just kidding.
well, don't become a recluse as well. But
I
I
just
try to be very picky who you spend time with. If your girlfriend, the girlfriend is a bum, sorry, I'm saying this. This is way you might have to drop her, man.
no, and the other way is same. If
The
you're
other way is same. If your boyfriend is a bum, that's the you see, guys. Well, I'm not gonna go into relationship.
that's a that's a, that's a different that's a
This is
different
guys. Once I enter rent mode, there ain't no stopping. So
this is motivational. This is
motivational. I'm not trying to break, cut your boyfriend or girlfriends to the knees. So
no.
guys, just try to push through adversity. Surround yourself with people that help you or give you that motivation, that daily motivation you need.
Yes.
And don't smoke crack. No.
Yes. On that note, we want to thank you for tuning in. Let us know in the comment section below what you think about this topic. What you think, first and foremost, about Keith Lee, whether you follow him, whether you've been following him, uh, what you think about the specific clip we showed in today's show. Let us know as well what you think that he should do. Let us know what you think we should cover. Maybe other inspirational quotes.
Yeah.
Also important as well. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. We would really appreciate it. We have a goal of reaching 1,000 subs by the end of June of this month. We are growing slowly but surely, but we want to get there earlier because as sooner as soon as we can, the sooner we get monetized, the more we will be able to do, the faster we'll be able to grow this channel. We will be able to invite guests, bigger guests as well. So if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Share the video with your friends, families, and your enemies. Again, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and of course, follow us on our social media platforms at Double Touch Show on Facebook and Instagram. With that being said, it's been a pleasure once more to entertain you in this edition of Motivational Check-In, and see each other in the next one. Oh, and if you want to hear KR rant, go check out the Break Room or the Double Touch Show, which we air on the live shows on Monday and Thursday at night around
Or 7.
at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Check it out. Those are the Double Touch Show, and the Break Room is on Tuesday at 12 at noonish.
Yeah.
The break, yeah. But here in the motivational check-in, we stay motivational. KR, you had some final words?
Well, I already said my final words. You heard it,
Awesome.
you smiled, and we continued. So
Awesome.
that's my final words.
Awesome.
If you
Hey
guys
guys,
don't know, go back and you will see the final. You will hear the final words.
All right. Hey guys, take care. Have a good one. Until next time.